What's up, family? Hey, I'm gonna have a real heart to heart with you guys today about a couple things. Okay, um, I'm out here in Georgia, and Columbus, Georgia, my kid's place. I get asked a lot of questions about this ring that I'm wearing. This is a amber, okay, and this is amber also. I have this piece of amber right here, and the interesting thing about this piece right here. Um, Man, you could rub this piece right here and it'll get warm, and not only will it get warm, but you can still smell the pine in this piece right here. I hear a lot of people talking about, man, that's not real, that's composite amber, blah, 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 blah. Man, family, we got to stop tripping. You know what I mean? We have to stop tripping. I say this all the time, you have to grow up. You have to grow up, okay? You have to grow up spiritually, intellectually, emotionally. We have to grow up, okay? Amber isn't a crystal. It's a resin from a tree, and they say it's millions of years old. Okay, it's been preserved. You know what I mean? And sometimes you can find little bugs. I'm looking at this one right here. Pieces of leaves, all that other stuff. You know what I mean? From the tree. You know what I mean? Family, if you're dealing with crystals or gemstones, if you didn't go mine it, you don't know if it's real or not. They could make this stuff in factories. You know what I mean? So stop with all the stupid stuff. Stop with the stuff of, well, that's not real. That's not real moldavite. That's not real. That's not real. Man, shut up with that stupid stuff. That's ignorant people talking. Okay? And I say this with all due respect. You know what I mean? That's ignorant people talking. Okay? Because no one, unless they went mined the crystal, can tell whether or not that crystal's been found in a factory, or excuse me, has been made in a factory, or has been mined. You know, unless you went out and actually mined it and found it in the ground yourself, or unless you went to a cave and went picked it up off the ground or out of the cave, out of the dirt, out of the mud yourself, you do not know whether the crystal, the gemstone, whatever it is you have, you don't know if it's real or fake. And what I mean fake, you don't know if they made it in a factory somewhere. So we have to stop the stupid stuff. Getting back to the Zamber. Every gemstone, crystal that I wear, that I have, I have hundreds of crystals, you know. Um, but every one that I have, I'm sorry, it's like hot out here. It's like muggy. I'm sweating. Every crystal gemstone that I have, man, I have it because of what it represents to me. I understand the metaphysical properties of it. I understand the spiritual significance and what it means in the spiritual realm, or in those that are involved in crystals and gemstones. You know what I'm talking about. For me, man, I don't really get caught up into any of that. I don't. I understand the meaning that people apply to it, but it has to have a significant meaning to me. And the meaning that the things that I have, it may not apply to everybody. What you have may not apply to everybody else. You know what I mean? Why do I like amber? What does amber represent to me? You know what I mean? Why do I rock it? Amber represents a reminder to me, man, that we have been um, preserved. You know what I mean? Because that's what amber is. It's just something that's been preserved for millions of years. You know what I mean? So whether it's composite amber like this and this piece up here, or if it's a raw piece of amber or whatever, we have been preserved. That's what it means to me. No matter what I'm going through, no matter what I face, man, I've been through a lot already. You know what I mean? And it's just a reminder, hey, man, you know what? You've been through some things. This ain't nothing. You've been through some things. Whatever you're dealing with right now, man, it's just something else that you got to go through. Whatever it is that you're facing right now, man, stop tripping off of it. You've been through hell, and you've been preserved through all that you've been through all of the chaos, through all the brokenness, through all the broken hearts, through all the loneliness, through all the frustration, through all the anger, through all the bitterness and the resentment and the animosity and the hatred and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Man, you've been through it all. You know what I mean? And yet you still have been preserved. You know what I mean? And so no matter what you've gone through, you were preserved. There's people that's gone through less than you have, and they've lost their rabid mind. You know what I mean? There's people that have gone through less than you have, and man, they're walking the streets spun out. And yet, for whatever reason, you have been preserved. Yet, for whatever reason, you didn't lose your mind. Yet, for whatever reason, you didn't snap and go postal like so many other people have. And so this is just a reminder to me, hey man, you've been preserved. You've been kept for a reason. And so it helps me stay focused on the fact that, hey, you know what? I can't lose it. I can't afford to get caught up in everybody's issues. I can't afford to go crazy. I can't afford to lose my mind on some stupid stuff. I can't afford to get distracted. I can't afford to become ungrateful. Why? Because I've been preserved. Why? Because I have a purpose. And I'm not going to allow anybody or anything to get me distracted. I'm not going to allow anybody or anything to get my mind off of my purpose or cause me to forfeit my purpose. Because I've been preserved to fulfill my purpose. You have been preserved to fulfill your purpose, whatever that is. Your purpose is not just to have a bunch of kids. Your purpose is not just to be married. Your purpose is not just to be in a relationship. Your purpose is not just to look good. Your purpose is not just to have a career. Your purpose is not just to floss and to have a nice job or a nice car. There's bigger and better things out there for you. And so for me, when I wear amber, for me, when I rock this piece of amber and I can still smell the pine, man, it's relaxing. Man, I love nature anyways, you know what I mean? And so it just takes me back to the fact that, man, you know what? It's bigger than me. My life is bigger than me. My purpose is bigger than me. So I can't get arrogant and caught up in my emotions. I can't get depressed and woe is me and get all in a funk. Because it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. And so this ring and this necklace right here and this piece of amber right here, it's just a reminder to me that life is bigger than me. My purpose is bigger than me. So when people are in my ear and they're hyping me up, man, I stay calm, I stay relaxed, I stay humble, I stay mellow. Why? Because it's bigger than me. When people go crazy and people want to break my heart or people want to do stupid stuff and betray me and man, it is what it is, you know what I mean? I don't get caught up in that stuff emotionally. Why? Because it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. So again, I understand the metaphysical meanings and the applications for each of these crystals, and I'll go over each of these. I love this piece. I love amethyst, you know what I mean? And so I just got this from a sister of mine in Durango, Colorado. And so I'll go over amethyst probably tomorrow. I'll wear a lot of amethyst on my wrist. I have an amethyst ring I'll rock tomorrow too, so you can see that. But man, it's bigger than us. It's bigger than us. And so when I wear this amethyst, when I wear this amber and this piece right here and then have this piece in my pocket and I reach down and I grab it and I touch it and I remember, man, you know what? Because I've been preserved, there's a reason I've been preserved. And so it's hard for me and I can't have low self-esteem. I don't want low self-esteem, but I can't have low self-esteem. I can't go into depression. Why? Because it reminds me that I've been cherished. I've been preserved for a reason. And because I've been preserved, man, there's something about me. There's a reason that I've been preserved. There's a reason why I've endured everything I've endured. And so that gives me a little oomph about myself, you know what I mean? That makes me feel loved. That makes me feel appreciated. That makes me feel valued. I have some value to me. Because you don't preserve something that's useless. You don't preserve something that's crap. You know what I mean? If you got a fake ring and a $10 million ring, you're going to take value in that $10 million ring. You're going to preserve it. You're going to keep it. You're going to cherish it. That little plastic ring, that little garbage ring, man, it's nothing. You know what I mean? If you lose it, oh well, there was no value to it. But something you value, man, you cherish, you hold on to it, you preserve it. And so now that I've been preserved, man, there's some value to me. And so it's easy for me to love myself. It's easy for me to accept myself. No, I'm not perfect. Yes, I got character defects and all that other stuff. Yes, I have things I'm working on. Yes, I have issues that I'm still overcoming, but I accept that. I embrace that. Regardless, I have still been preserved. And because I've been preserved, that automatically means that I have worth. That automatically means I have value. Regardless what anybody else say, regardless of anybody else, regardless of whether anybody want to be in a relationship with me or not, whatever, none of that matters. The simple fact that I have been preserved says that I have worth, says that I have value. And so I love myself, whether anybody else love me or not, is irrelevant. I cherish myself, whether anybody else cherish me or not. Because I know who I am. My hope and prayer is that you understand why you have been preserved and that you learn to fall in love with yourself. You learn to accept and embrace yourself. You learn to value yourself. Happy healing. Peace.